the Alpha Nerd Podcast. I am your main host, Kyle, along with my usual co-host for my movies and cinema, Dan.
Hello.
And our special guest tonight, since our regular Greg could not make it tonight, we have substituted him with our special guest, Maeve Lynn, my daughter. Say hello.
Hello.
We are going to skip out this week on our Wheel of Doom movies because Greg's not here.
And you didn't watch yours.
And I didn't watch mine yet. Thank you for throwing me under the bus.
I only got like 33% way through mine.
Yeah, because we knew that was going to happen. So let's start things off with the wheel for me and you. I'll pick for you and you pick for me. So let's start this with...
What about if it lands on the one we can't read?
We'll figure it out. Ready?
Yeah. So I'm picking for you.
Wild card
cards.
minus. So you have to find me a
gosh.
terrible movie for me to watch.
This is gonna take a while.
That's why we're doing. That's why we decided to do it at the beginning of the show. Now that way you have time to think.
No, should I do it harder?
Art house. I have to find you an art house film. Wait, you just watched an art house film. Get a respin on that. Will you stop?
It's art house again.
Stop with that. Spin it harder. If it goes one more time, then that's what you're watching. I was gonna say action movie. Okay,
So a terrible action movie?
no, just regular action movie. So I have to find you a regular action movie.
It's something I haven't seen though.
Yes,
That's
And,
hard. I've seen that.
I can find one, and then you have to find me just a terrible.
Try to have something that's not too Hong Kong foodie. I can't.
Okay,
I
will find.
don't
something.
want one of those ones with like a huge amount of roof ninjas. Okay.
Ooh, yes. Actually,
You already have one?
no. For we're gonna let Maven Grace pick for Greg since Greg's not here to defend himself.
Okay.
You want me to spin it for you, Maven?
Yeah.
Art house.
She's not gonna know anything.
Don't worry, I'll help you find an art house film for Uncle Greg. So
So she's not really choosing it then, is she?
no, I'll give her a list and she'll have to just pick a random
So
name.
just close your eyes?
Yeah, she'll have to pick a name she likes. I love this because this could be really bad for him. So, one of the things we did watch, I was watching a lot of stuff though this week. Today we took the kids and we watched Doctor Strange: Madness in the Multiverse. It was all right. It wasn't.
That good?
It wasn't that good. It wasn't that bad. One of the main problems that seems consistent through most people is there's just too much going on. They were trying to hit every angle possible. They tried to introduce the zombies a little bit. They tried to introduce what's that character?
America?
Yeah, America. What's her
America Chavez.
Yeah, but what's her superhero name?
America Chavez.
Oh, she doesn't actually have a.
No.
Okay, I thought they gave her some kind of. Nope. All right.
That was her name in the comic.
They did her.
America. Might have just been America, but I think it was America Chavez.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
And she's terrible.
I'm trying to think of what else they put in there. They shoehorned in there.
I could explain it to you.
They shoot in the evil Doctor Strange, the Ultimates Doctor Strange, the Illuminati, Baron Mordo, and they did a lot. They did too much.
To be honest, they didn't really do much with the Baron thing. Was he a Baron of? Being angry about stuff?
Yeah, I don't know why they call him Baron Mordo in the comic books in the first place.
He was actually a Baron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
What was it? Doctor Doom was technically a count of Latveria or something like that.
Yes.
Or something like that. I don't know.
So
how'd you like it?
Doctor Strange. It was okay.
We'll talk about the movie then, maybe, Chris. What did you like? What did you not like?
If you have nothing to say, it's no problems.
No.
I don't really. I like when she just started to open portals and was like, why couldn't she just do that before?
Okay.
So who's this?
Chavez.
I didn't. Oh yeah.
Chavez's character. She's when she finally gets control of her powers. What didn't you like, Maven Grace?
I thought that was kind of weird,
Okay.
but
Well,
Come on.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. So the part that my favorite part in the movie was when they introduced the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. Who's the Illuminati anyway?
Who they used for it.
I know was it Professor X?
Professor X, Baron Mordo.
So he wasn't just a lackey; he was actually part of it.
Yeah, he was the Sorcerer Supreme of that universe.
Oh, so it's a different Baron Mordo.
Yeah, it's another universe.
Okay.
Who else did they get? Captain Marvel, but a different universe, Captain Marvel. So it's some.
Is it a guy?
No, it's a girl. It's some black woman. I have no idea who she is.
It's not Rambo though.
No.
Okay.
She was actually a way better Captain Marvel than what's her face.
We're slacking into that.
Let's not get into the universally hated actress.
It's not the actress. Never mind.
Brie Larson, yeah, it is. She's part of the problem.
Yeah, but that Captain Marvel's a bad character anyway.
Yes.
Whatever.
Captain Carter. And
who's that guy that lost his mouth?
Black Bolt. Black Bolt was in there. Thank you, man.
Who played him? Do you know?
I have no idea who played him.
Because I know the TV show was terrible.
Yes, the TV show.
The only thing that was good about that was Lockjaw, and that's because everyone likes Lockjaw. You giant dog.
Yeah, that can open dimensions.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a giant dog that has a tuning fork in its forehead and can teleport. Anyway, you should look it up sometime.
Yeah. That's what they went with. It was. I did like the fact that they didn't try to do the long-winded. Let's get into. There's going to be a secondary villain or a surprise villain later on. They were just like, it's Wanda, and we're just going to keep it as such. But they used.
Was it the regular universe around Wanda?
Yeah.
What happened? What'd she do?
All right, so you know how WandaVision ended, right?
Yeah.
Her whole thing is...
so she goes crazy again?
Yeah, she goes crazy again. Because the whole time she started looking at that book that the other witch had at the end of WandaVision. Mm-hmm. And it's apparently one of the special Dark Wizard books. Mm-hmm. And she starts going crazy again because it's Scarlet Witch. She does that. And she starts reading this book and she finds out she can, like, dream walk, which is pretty much possess other copies of herself throughout the multiverse. And she found out they all have their kids existed in those. So her whole scheme was she wants to go to another universe and
take over that person.
Take over that person and
brother's still alive.
Have her kids.
No, just the kids. She doesn't care about her brother, doesn't care about Vision, just her kids.
So they changed her personality entirely.
Yes.
For no reason.
Because originally it was all about Vision and then she added her kids later on. In WandaVision, that was the whole point.
So it's terrible writing again?
Yeah, it's inconsistent.
Where they're just shoehorning a new motivation in out of nowhere?
Yes.
Because people who have mental problems have a consistent thing that they care about. It's not like they change personalities.
Yeah. So
unless she has multiple personalities for some reason.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, good thing I didn't watch it.
Okay. Is that Pan's Labyrinth? That is a good one to give to Greg. That's art house. That's art house.
But it's also it is incredibly boring most of it.
Yes, so it'll be good. It'll be good. And with all the bad decisions that are made in that movie, Greg will go crazy.
And a weird monster with the eyeballs on its hands.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, they changed like Wanda's whole motivation because the whole motivation behind WandaVision was she wanted Vision back. Now it's she wants her made up kids back, and apparently in another universe they still exist. So she was going to take over that. And then they were trying to do a through line where Doctor Strange always has to be the one in control, his ego and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, you always got to be the one, like always trying to make that his fault. But guess what? At the end of the movie, he takes control of everything and he fixes everything. So it's
kind of disjointed and bad motivations and just shoehorned in characters.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
And then all of a sudden, Doctor Strange fixes everything out of nowhere.
More or less.
Okay.
They did bring in the The thing where the universes clash.
Yeah.
The what is it called? The
Conversions.
The convergence. So they're gonna do that as part of the through line because there was an after credit scene that specifically says the next Doctor Strange movie about him stopping in the convergence.
Look, to be honest, the comics started getting weird when they started having the multiverse thing in the comics.
Yeah.
Now they're trying it in the movies.
Yeah, and it's starting to get weird.
It's not going to work.
Now,
there's enough of people who don't care about good movies that'll go watch it. I'm sure they're making plenty of money.
The two best parts of the whole movie, other than Professor X, were the fight with the Illuminati because Wanda straight murked them, like hardly even trying.
Yeah, no. She can do that.
Yeah, she can when she wants to. And then
I like Wanda's not. It doesn't make sense for her to have a straight up evil motivation like that. Yeah. Most of the time, her thing is that she doesn't understand what's real, and then she just does something crazy, and it's not really.
Yeah, she doesn't have like a sinister plan going on in the background. It's just
kind of she does stuff because she wants.
Well, I mean, House of M. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
she thought she thought she had children, and then she brought them back into existence or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what they wanted to do with it, and it was kind of. I want them to do Namor. But
I think it's a little bit past that. They already did the multiverse thing already.
Yeah.
Namor's more like a regular superhero thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do if.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to figure it out. The other things I didn't like is like they shoehorned like Captain Carter. All they did was she just kept saying old Captain America lines from the older movies, and it was not. They didn't do enough with that character. And they also gave,
like I said, a disjointed mess.
Yeah, she turned Reed Richards into a pile of spaghetti.
Whatever.
Not literally spaghetti, but she.
Is it like the Marvel Universe version of Pizza the Hut or something?
No. He went to like.
You ever seen Spaceballs?
No, she's not seen that. It's on the list of things she's going to see when she gets older.
Spaceballs is amazing.
There's a lot of movies.
There's not a huge amount of dirty parts in that, actually.
Yeah, but there's enough.
What? I can't think.
The combing through the desert. Comb the desert. See if you can find it.
That's not dirty.
It's got curse words in it. It's not.
You know the language you're using in front of her, like today?
Shh, Dan.
You do understand that, right?
Hey.
The hypocrisy is real.
I know it is.
Anyway.
So
continue on with your rambling spiel that I've already pinned down this movie and I haven't even watched it yet.
So that's the long and short.
Because most Marvel movies are essentially the same through line, if they're any good. Yeah. Unless it's like The Winter Soldier is the best movie in the Marvel universe ever. Because it had the best. It was a pretty good movie by itself without anything connected to the universe per se. Because most of the Avengers movies were just kind of grand adventure things where they had a big battle scene at the end.
Yeah, Captain America was really good.
Like I said, Captain America movies, but The Winter Soldier is the best one. So,
is it though?
It is. Best action scenes, definitely.
Fair enough. Wow.
And there was a subplot involving conspiracy and all that other stuff.
Fair enough.
But if you disagree, it's fine.
Yeah,
you can be wrong. It's fine.
I'm usually wrong. So
no, you're not. I don't know anything about horror movies or.
Yeah. Most of the time. Sometimes, maybe.
And now you have an opinion?
Yeah. She has an opinion strong enough to bash her father and then nothing else. She's being raised the right way. Let me just chime in here, bash my father, and leave now. So.
That's terrible.
Yes. So, other things I've been watching. Shaman King, the remake of Shaman King they did for Netflix.
I've never heard of Shaman King.
Oh, you've never heard of Shaman King?
Is this an anime?
Yes.
I figured it was. How would I know?
Shaman King was amazing the first time. This one has gotten weird. They dialed up the Japanese culture of this to 11.
I didn't know Japan really had shamans anymore.
Apparently they do.
Is he actually Japanese?
Yes.
So he's like a Shinto priest or something?
Yeah, his family is like an ancient Shinto family. So It's good. I like it still. It's just the last 6 episodes are really going downhill because they introduced death and then people being resurrected from the dead, and now it's just like, we don't have to care about our lives. Let me just jump in front of this train and I'll be resurrected anyways. So it got really weird. And then the villain's motivations are
immortal.
More or less, everyone's immortal as long as you have enough energy to revive somebody. The other thing, the villain's motivations now like really wonky. Like originally it was supposed to be he was like the world's best shaman, and he mastered all the shamanic powers, so could reincarnate and he could read minds and stuff. And then he learned that most humans feared him and were trying to just use him for their own gain. So
I have a question: how can you read minds if you're a shaman? Shamans interact with the spirit world, so unless he's possessed with spirits constantly,
yeah, he kind of is.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous like a fox.
Wait, fox aren't ridiculous.
No, they aren't.
So
good point.
The only thing is we don't know what they say.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing, honey. We are not getting into that song.
What is this? What is this about? There's a song?
Yes.
You shut up, Dan. You know this stupid song. I've played.
What song is that?
Shut up. We're not. No, I'm not getting baited into this. Good try though.
What song?
No, Maven Grace. No, you will be grounded.
Come on, give me a sample.
Maybe
later. So there's that. I got to finish Ultraman. Oh, did you ever start watching that? The old ones, like you were talking about doing?
I don't need to do that.
But the science, please.
I have far more other time-wasting projects involved. I don't need to do that.
Any ones that you'd like to talk about? Anything interesting?
Not really.
Oh, you haven't watched anything good lately?
Not really. Especially not Ghost Story. Ghost is terrible.
Yeah. So why don't... I'm trying to think of what else they're doing.
I'm tired of Marvel, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless the X-Men are involved and it's actually a good movie, which it hasn't been a good movie since, I don't know.
Yeah.
X-Men, what was it? Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
That was the last good one. So,
yeah, it was. Oh, that was
Dark
so
Phoenix is terrible.
Ugh.
Apocalypse was terrible.
Which was worse?
Dark Phoenix is worse. By a lot. Mostly because the villain doesn't
alien sentient plant thing that can't die.
It's idiotic.
Yeah.
At least Apocalypse had a reason. It was hokey. He looked too much like the comic book or whatever. You could tell.
And how they were like, Storm was one of his... I wish they would have went with the...
Number one...
the weird horseman that he had.
That's not the problem. It's just they made... This casting of Storm was terrible.
Yeah.
Because she has no authority at all. Because that's what Storm is. She's supposed to be like a leader of the X-Men, basically.
Yeah, until you lock her into like a small room and then she panics.
Well, everybody has their weaknesses, I guess.
Yeah.
The one guy has to wear glasses all the time or he kills everybody he looks at. So I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah. It's really not that bad of a weakness.
But yeah, and the other one, what was the other problem with that? Angel was terrible.
Angel was
Nightcrawler was pretty bad too.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad casting choices in that movie. And
because the guy was it Alan Cumming? The first guy to do Nightcrawler was the best. He's great.
Yeah,
but he said he never want to do it again because the makeup was terrible.
Yeah, it was practical effects, so it probably sucked.
Anyway, any other terrible anime you want to talk about?
No, I don't think there's any.
I just don't like anime, so
yeah, I know.
Generally speaking, other than like maybe some movies because they have an end point. Like most series, I can't stand because.
What about you, Maven Grace? Any shows? What about, speaking of X-Men?
How old are you?
6.
Oh, you had to think about it for a second?
Sit
I don't want to remember my age either.
Yeah. Neither does Cheetah.
I'm about to turn 7, though.
Yeah, so what about the X-Men, Maven Grace?
I've watched that a couple times.
Yeah, I know you have. You've watched it with Cheetah and you've watched it with me.
Which X-Men?
The 90s. The 90s show.
Did you hear
the worthwhile?
They're going to try to do a remake of that?
Yes, I talked to you about that. And you were like, this is terrible. This is the worst idea ever.
There's no way you can make that good.
No.
Because they're going to force feed you like some sort of identity thing, narrative, and you don't need it.
Yeah, no.
Because what you could do is just have people that look like that and then don't even mention it.
Right?
That's the best way to do it.
Yes.
But it's never going to happen.
Nope. So, Maven Grace, talk about the show. Who's your favorite character in that show?
I like Storm and Rogue because, like, they do kind of weird stuff.
Like?
Make storms and, like...
Punch people.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Because
that's what Rogue does.
Yeah, that's all she
Talk
does.
Southern and punch people in the face.
And kiss Gambit and almost kill him every time.
Fly around.
I also like,
Storm's the best, though.
I also like... What's his name?
You can describe
What's he do? I don't know what this is. This is
hand motions. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, the new Secret X-Men Meow Meow Boy.
Wolverine.
Is that who it is?
Yes.
Is
Yes,
that Meow Meow Boy?
I also...
It's not a That's the only thing involving claws in. Unless you're talking about Beast, the blue guy.
Is that who are you talking about? Wolverine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The blue Beast guy looks more like a cat than he does.
Oh.
He does. He has he has more of the.
How many blue cats have you seen?
I'm just saying. Hypothetically, he has more hair. I know he has a lot of body hair. Wolverine does.
The 500-pound, 4'7" guy
He's only 300. 5'3" and 300 pounds.
with like 0% body
I
fat.
know, it's weird. He doesn't look that big in the comics either.
No. Oh.
That was the only time when they made the new version of it like female that didn't bother me. X-23 is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because they chose a decent actress.
Well, plus
And
the
they-
backstory makes sense.
Yes, and they chose. Not only did they choose a good child actress, but they chose a decent way to introduce her.
I'm not even talking about the movie. I'm talking about the comics too. So.
That's true too.
Because she was Wolverine.
Yeah, she's the clone of Wolverine that's a female instead, and that goes super crazy when certain scents are in the air, and she accidentally kills people all the time.
You know why she's a female, right? Because they got a corrupted sample of DNA and they only had X chromosomes.
There was something wrong with it, and they had to go that route.
Yeah, it was weird.
Actually, there's no such thing as gender anymore. Don't you understand that?
No, that was written in the early '90s, so no.
No. So
That was like right after the Omega Red thing. So no,
I liked Omega Red. That's who they need to do. Omega Red.
more Russian stuff.
Yes, more Russian stuff.
What about Crimson Dynamo? You want to do that guy now?
As long as it's an Iron Man movie.
Okay.
So, since this seems to be comic book related day,
You started with a
I did.
thing, man.
I did. I'm trying to think of actual storylines I would actually like to see them do in any comic book movie, DC or Marvel. If they do the Green Lantern Corps movie and it's well done, I'd like to see them do Blackest Night.
But that's a lot of exposition. Because you have to explain what all the cores do and all that stuff. And there was like 30 or 40 issues of comics in that from different lines involved.
That's true. I mean,
And plus, you have to involve all the DC universe, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and everybody. Because that's the whole point.
it was a way for them to bring people back, yes. I don't know. I feel it'd be good. It's a good.
And, well, they can't really... it's hard to do that anyway because they messed up some of the characters that were important in that one anyway. Like Max Lord. In the Wonder Woman movie, he doesn't have the same thing that he does in the comics anyway.
No, his magic wish granting in the
comic books, he mind controls people by and causes them to have huge amounts of blood loss.
I'm trying to think. Marvel wise, I don't think there's any storylines they could do that I want to see. They did Civil War. That was the only super interesting one.
Well, they just should bring back Daredevil in a movie format to make it better. It's just hard to do. Because I didn't see the Spider-Man movie. What was that like? Did you actually see that at all?
The multiverse one.
The newer one, yeah.
I haven't seen the multiverse one. The other ones were good. The other two.
Because I know they added the guy from the TV series as Daredevil now. Right?
Yes.
He's his lawyer for a scene or two or something.
Yeah, they're introducing the Netflix shows into the actual MCU, which it means we will have Mike Coulter as Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Idea.
Oh, my chocolate heartthrob. My black Adonis.
You're such
Look, he's an attractive man. So
they just have to recast Iron Fist and they'll be all right.
Yeah, they just gotta get rid of that dude.
They need a guy who looks like he works out. The Iron Fist in that didn't look like he worked out.
He looked like some scruffy beach bum that did Tai Chi in a park once or twice.
He's a good actor too. He's just not a good.
What's his face as Punisher needs to stay.
He's all right.
He's a good Punisher.
The storyline was weird a little bit, but that's all right.
Yeah, whatever.
His motivations are a little bit weird for Punisher anyway, but that's me.
They're not as straightforward as they usually are.
Yeah. He's not like a tragic figure. He's just kind of like a pathetic guy who kills people.
Yeah, he couldn't get criminals killed his wife and son, so he just snapped and it's like, I'm gonna mow down.
Because the thing about the comics I like is his family got killed. They never mention it though, and he never talks about it.
No,
this isn't like the TV show talked about it too much.
Yeah, like
everyone
Frank
knows about it, but but the whole thing about the Punisher in the comics anyway is that it's all about how the other characters infer how he feels, not about what he's feeling, because they never tell you.
Yeah, no, he never says anything. He just shoots people in the face. Or
like one time with, you ever read any of the Punisher Max at all?
No, that was your thing.
Well, there's one guy named Barracuda, who's like a black bounty hunter guy who like kills people,
and
he was hired to take out Frank Castle, and he tied him up on a chair once and kidnapped his daughter from this other lady who was like a CIA agent, and she died on a mission with him. And so he was like taunting him, and then he just basically dislocated his arms and beat him down until he was like almost dead. Ripped the chair apart and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He ended up killing him in like a swamp or something.
Yeah. Well.
And there was an explosion involving right next to the baby's head, and it was weird.
Yeah. Punisher Max stuff is really... it's really dark and weird.
There's one I'm not going to mention on air.
It's the one we...
No, this one involves the wife of that one mobster who...
Yeah, we talked about
this. She cut off her...
Yeah, we talked about... Yeah, we talked about that one.
Anyway, we don't need
that one's a crazy one. Like I said,
we don't need to scar the child. No.
Yes.
That's you, by the way.
Yeah, you're the child. Just so you know.
Wait, what?
You heard us. You're the child.
She wasn't paying attention.
Of what?
Here. Now.
Okay.
So... I don't think there's any of the Marvel stuff they could do now. They did Civil War. There's nothing else they could really do that's interesting. Like big events to go into.
Secret Wars, maybe.
They are setting that up already though, because they already have the Skrulls and Nick Fury's.
But they don't really have the Skrulls. I don't like the way they did the Skrulls.
Or they were not really.
They're not
villainous.
They don't have power because the Skrulls are an empire. And they fight the other ones. That's the whole point.
Yeah, they weren't...
You know what I mean?
If they do it, they're going to be like, oh, they just mistrust us enough and infiltrated.
They set up... The whole Ms. Marvel movie was about pushing current issues into a fantasy, which didn't make any sense. Because they were like proxy for the whole refugee thing that was going on.
You want to know how you do that? It's called 1990s X-Men. That's how you integrate... life stuff into a fantasy setting.
Because the only way that they can bring the Skrulls back to what they're supposed to be is to get a Fantastic Four movie involving the Super Skrull.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Super Skrull's awesome.
I love Super Skrull. He's awesome.
He is pretty awesome. And then you can add in, the Inhumans and stuff like that.
They have to do Doctor Doom first. They have to do Doctor...
Well, they have to do Doctor Doom. They have to do Namor.
And Mole Man.
Shut up. He might be like a minor villain.
Yeah, I'm saying as long as they do him though, some little short guy that wears sunglasses
with
all
like
the
little
time.
mold people and a giant drill.
Yes, you got to do it classic.
You wonder where you got the Underminer from for?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Incredibles,
Yeah,
yeah.
The Incredibles.
The Mole Man's way better though, but he doesn't actually come up through with a giant. He's robbed banks with it, but he's never come up through the middle of the street. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
seen both. Do
So-
you think I'm a bad father? I'd let her watch.
I don't know.
I'm trying to get her
I
to
try not
watch.
to have an
She
opinion,
watched
okay?
it when she was 3.
And you're talking about bad word. Never mind.
Yes. I never said I wasn't inconsistent. I just I was a hypocrite. So
Secret Wars, they already are setting up kind of
yeah, they're kind of setting that up already.
because the Skrulls and the Kree and all that stuff was really sweet in the comics, but
Ooh, what was the?
they don't have the Shi'ar because of the X-Men
Yes,
are
the
involved.
CR Empire. That's because I want Gladiator.
With the guy who loses confidence, he loses his powers.
Gladiator.
That guy's
He's
weird.
awesome. He can beat up anyone he wants until he loses faith in himself. Then he's like, oh no.
No, it's faith in the Shi'ar Empire
Fair.
or something like that. It's weird.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in the X-Men cartoon where he punched Juggernaut across the planet? Or
Yeah,
something?
he punched Juggernaut across the ocean. Because what's the Black Tom? It was like him, Black
on
Tom,
top of a castle. For
on
something?
top of a castle.
Was this
and-
that Irish one with the Banshee and stuff?
Yeah, they all
Okay.
went there to. They went there to do something with Rogue,
Uh-huh.
and then Gladiator showed up, punched Juggernaut. Then Wolverine went to cut him.
Because wasn't he trying to like catch somebody for the Shi'ar Empire for trial or something?
Yeah, and it was just to get Professor X to show up. It was all in a big, overcomplicated way to get Professor X show up so he could talk to the Queen.
Because the Queen and him were in a thing for some reason.
Yeah,
Okay. I got you.
yeah. For not having legs, he sure got around town real easy.
Did you make that one up or did that come
Yeah,
up?
that just came out of my head.
Okay.
So Maven Grace, let's talk about. Why don't you talk about some superheroes and stuff you like?
Okay. Okay, I like Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. Who else?
Captain America.
Okay.
Supergirl.
Supergirl. Okay.
I kind of like Green Lantern.
Which one? The girl, the guy.
The girl.
Okay.
The squirrel.
The girl. The girl.
There's a squirrel. There's a,
Oh yeah, there is a squirrel.
There's like an octopus guy. There's a flat-headed dude that looks like a sheet of paper.
Jessica
with
Cruz.
arms.
Jessica Cruz is the girl one, right? Jessica Cruz.
Yes.
There's a
Okay.
couple blue-skinned alien ladies.
Yeah.
There's a purple guy named Sinestro. There's a planet.
Mogo.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to watch the cartoons. It's amazing.
Yeah, we'll have to get her break into those because she finished Superhero Girls.
Oh, that's where you got that from. I was like wondering. I
Yes.
remember that kind of. Is that like the prequel to Superhero High or whatever? Or is that the same thing?
It's kind of the same thing. It's its own.
I know it's for like kids, right?
It.
Sort of.
Yeah, sorta, but it does touch on some older kid stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know. I like it. I watched it. Whether I started liking it, it was actually a well put together show.
Yeah, the guy who played Black Bolt's the same guy who was on the TV show.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah, and he also plays a captain in that new terrible Star Trek show. The one where they actually just do the same thing as the regular Star Trek, except
Okay.
it's with him. It's before Kirk or whatever.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's like I forget what it's called. Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah. So you like all the superheroes that are in Superhero Girls, huh, Maven Grace?
Yeah.
Cool.
so which Green Lantern is that?
Jessica Cruz.
Oh, the new one,
Yeah.
the one new one who's kind of like
Crazy.
and not that great in the regular
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah, like what's her thing? Like her ring doesn't work right. She has
No, for what? Okay, the way it worked was like her and like some new guy
Yeah, it was
some Arab guy.
Yeah, because his whole thing is he's making construct. He's like a cop or something, and so his constructs are like guns. He doesn't think of. He just makes a gun and shoots people.
I don't forget what he was. It doesn't matter. Anyway, no, he was like a Marine or something.
Yeah, something
and
weird.
He came over and was a cop for a while. I don't know. Anyway, and then the Guardians put them together because they're both like going all crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
So the only way their rings works is if they're next to each other, basically.
So they're the Wonder Twins of.
Not exactly, not the same thing, but okay. Not the same thing at all.
I also like Zatara.
Zatanna. Yep.
Zatara is her father. Yeah.
Zatanna. Yeah.
The same exact thing, except he's a dude.
Yeah.
And older.
Yeah. And she's way better than him in the magic.
No, they're exactly the same.
I thought she was better than him. Because
she like got possessed by a demon or something, I think.
Yeah. That usually happens.
That's a demon or something, I think.
That's Justice League Dark for you. Somebody gets possessed by a demon. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be looking up what was it?
What the hell was I looking up? I was looking up terrible movies and
yeah, you're looking up terrible movies, and I was looking up action
or just movies that you would hate. Which one is it?
Terrible. Or
okay, what's
I guess
your least favorite genre of movies, Kyle?
Rom-coms.
Are you serious?
I hate rom-coms.
Oh, okay. You've seen Love Actually, right? The only reason I know that is because there were like half the articles during around Christmas are involving that movie. It's so romantic. I don't care, really, but okay. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's what's. That's Matthew McConaughey. I know you love him.
Yeah.
How about the Seventh Seal? The one with the. What's the one with. The guy has like a chess match with death or whatever. I don't know. It's back in the 50s. It's old movies. Something you wouldn't like. It's also in Swedish and it has subtitles.
It's just swinging big, huh, Dan?
Yeah. You said anything. You haven't even watched the other one from last time. So
I know.
I was right. The Seventh Seal.
You've seen Catwoman, right?
Oh, the original.
With the Halle Berry?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it was pretty bad, but it's not unbearable.
Ultraviolet?
Seen it. It's pretty good, actually.
Well,
are these ones you consider good? I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be good or bad. I don't really care.
oh, this one's a gem. I had this one in the barrel for Greg too. It's called Samurai Cop.
I kind of heard. They might have heard of that.
Oh, it's a gem. It is such a backwards action movie. Maeve found one via the help of Cheetah. For Greg, he will be watching Pan's Labyrinth.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Will Greg like it?
Samurai Cop is a 1991 American direct-to-video action film. Written, co-produced, and directed by Amir Shervan.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Has a Wikipedia entry, though.
I know.
Starring Robert Zadar, Matt Hannon, Mark Frazier, and Jared Okamura. Never heard of any of them.
Oh, yeah. No. This cast of people are all like the stunt doubles of actual actors. Like, they all look like previous, like, if you go to 90s, it's all their stunt doubles. The one dude looks like, oh my gosh, what's his name? The guy who looks Asian, he did all the action movies. Steven Seagal. He looks like Steven Seagal. He looks like Steven Seagal's stunt double with a crappy beard that's unkempt. It's a good movie.
It's like the Family Guy scene where he's like, "You look Asian. Your name's Jewish. What are you? Fat."
He's fat. That's what he is. We also have the 3rd season of Umbrella Academy coming out. That might be decent.
I like the comics, but I don't really. Mostly because I'm impatient.
Yeah.
I just can go right through it. I don't have to think.
Yeah.
Plus, the guy who plays the weird astronaut dude kind of annoys me. The big burly guy in the suit.
Oh, the one who decided to play Albert Wesker in the Resident Evil.
I don't like him as an actor, I don't think.
No, and he shouldn't have played Albert Wesker in Resident Evil either.
I didn't realize he was in that.
Yeah, he played the new Resident Evil movie. Oh, he played Albert Wesker. And he's not motivated by evil in the least.
That's not what Wesker does. He's evil all the time.
Yeah, he
likes it.
He's cartoonishly evil. Like, I can make money. Like,
which guy is credited to, the new one or the old one?
The newest Resident Evil movie. Me and Greg talked about it on the 2nd episode, I think. Mm-hmm. They chose that guy to play Albert Wesker, and the way it worked was Raccoon City was not a city; it was more like a
gated community for monstrous seniors.
No, it was more or less Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
So really boring.
Yes, and then like.
Sorry to say
no, and it was just really not. It was bad.
It was like Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Tom Hopper.
Who? I know
the guy who played the gorilla dude in Umbrella Academy. Yeah, he played Albert Wesker. So Albert Wesker, who's maybe 6 foot at best, where everyone else was 6'2" or taller, mm-hmm. and wore his blonde hair and sunglasses, and who was just ridiculously evil, is played by this idiot. And his whole thing is, he's like, "Oh, I don't have a lot of money, and they offered me a lot of money to go find their secret. So let's get out of this town. I'm tired of being in this small town. We can make it big in the city. So I'm gonna be evil."
That's his motivation?
That's his motivation.
Just money to get out of a small town?
Yes.
So it's like if John Cougar Mellencamp became evil.
Yeah.
I came from a small town.
That's
kind of.
Yeah.
Except he joined a giant scientific organization that creates bioweapons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That seems like a weird motivation. Should have just became a folk singer.
Right. A really big 6'6" folk singer.
Is he actually 6'6"?
Dude's tall. Okay. He's a big dude.
Because basically, Wesker kind of looks like Dolph.
He's 6'5". I was close.
Because Wesker basically looks like a shorter, skinnier Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, if Dolph Lundgren didn't do steroids.
Right.
And was 5 foot tall.
Well, like 6 foot.
But yeah, he played Albert Wesker, and it was...
He was like super jacked.
Oh, you know what? If you can't find Samurai Cop, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh, gosh. Golly.
I have a feeling that you'll want to watch Samurai Cop over this.
I saw the screenshots for it. I know what it's going to be like.
What?
Samurai Cop.
Yeah. Oh,
it's going to be a bunch of guys saying stuff like, "I'm going to kill you," and then like a crazy action scene that makes no sense.
Yes.
It's direct to video 91s.
And there's a 15-minute scene of the main character swimming around, impressing women with his Speedo.
Just a Speedo, not the body in it, but the Speedo.
No, with the body in it too.
Oh, okay.
And it's weirdly...
I thought he was just walking around like displaying his Speedo on like a tack board.
This is my Speedo.
Look at it, isn't it impressive?
Yeah.
I love my Speedo.
Yeah, well, it's that hokey. So there, you have two movies to fall on.
Which one? The preferred one, Samurai Cop?
The preferred one, Samurai Cop. If you can't find it anywhere, just go right to Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Because that will be a lot easier for you to access and hate.
So is it a terrible movie or is it something you don't like?
It's wild card bad, so it can either be a god awful movie or something I'll hate.
Oh, I already have that. But
Just you looking at your options, coming up with stuff.
I went right with one I knew you weren't gonna like. Plus, I have a ghost story in my mind, and this is kind of similar. In a way.
We're just gonna circle the drain on this. Just a bunch of movies that are like over and over again.
No, it's not the same, but it's still philosophical and long, and doesn't really have a change of scenery. Really, it's more like a stage play.
Okay.
So. Although it might make you want to watch one of the Ed Wood's movies and see what you can do with that.
Okay.
No, that's
We have a little under 15 minutes left in the show, so you have time.
go for the Seventh Seal.
The Seventh Seal.
Yeah, it's Ingmar Bergman. He's a Swedish guy. Yep, subtitles. Yep, has Max von Sydow in it.
You are saying names, sir.
Well, you've seen him and stuff, probably. And let me get a picture of him.
So, Mim and Grace, what movies do you want to see coming up?
I want to see the new Pirates in the Caribbean movie.
That's whenever that comes out. Did they ever give an actual date when that's going to be?
Grammy didn't tell me a date. But...
Yeah, well, Grammy can't be trusted.
Grammy can't.
Never.
She can't be trusted. That guy.
Oh, I know who that guy is. I don't remember what I've seen him in.
He was in a Game of Thrones for a little bit, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean 6 teaser. Return of the Dutchman. I guess it's called. Okay.
Oh.
And it's got Margot Robbie in it.
Oh, boy. Too bad.
Yep.
She's not that good.
No. She found her one role. She should have stuck with that. But another thing I'm excited about is they are doing all the James Bond movies on Amazon Prime. All of them.
What do you mean?
Like
They're remaking them?
No, they're like showing them all so that you can watch them all. From Dr. No all the way up till the newest one. I am so looking forward to that because I want to watch Live and Let Die again.
Roger Moore's. Skip Roger Moore. You can. Why are you throwing things at him?
Because she hates James Bond movies. Roger Moore, that would be Live and Let Die, wouldn't it? Or what?
He had he was the longest one. He was on for like 15 years or whatever.
Is it the blonde guy?
The blonde guy with the terrible karate.
Yeah, I think.
He's only fun because he has terrible fight scenes that make no sense.
1973. Yep, Roger Moore. Yes. Oh, those movies are great.
Oh yeah, Max von Sydow was in Flash Gordon. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What else?
What else do you want to see, Maven Grace? We have Pirates.
He was the voice of one of the Greybeards in Skyrim.
Okay.
For some reason.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Mm.
What else we got?
What about Super Pets? Is that one you wanted to see?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
That's Bad Dog.
Yeah.
Does it have all the super pets? There's a lot of super ones. There's a super.
See the Elvis movie?
We're not taking her to see that. That's a little no.
Plus, it looks.
Do you even have an idea who Elvis is?
No, she
You
doesn't.
don't need. You don't need to know.
Elvis Duran. I want to go exactly. Maybe all about him.
You know what? Whatever. She's close. She's close enough. Yeah, Super Pets, where one of the evil guys uses a mystical rock and gives all the pets powers on accident, and Superman's dog's trying to teach him how to be superheroes.
Because there are multiple super pets.
Yeah.
There's actually two. There's a super cat and a super dog.
Yeah, there's Crypto. Zippy is the super cat.
Uh-huh.
But no, these are all like different ones. Like there's a
doesn't have
turtle.
this- it doesn't
There's a
have-
turtle with laser eyes.
It doesn't have the super smart one, right? There's another one. I forget what it's called. It's like something the Wonder Dog, and he can actually use tools and like is like immortal almost. It's
I
weird.
don't know.
It's another mutated animal from the World War II. So I don't.
Yeah. We have Black Adam. If you saw the next trailer to that.
Yeah, so they can. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that. Where they basically changed the ethnicity of every character except for Black Adam.
Yeah, right.
Although what's his name?
Pierce Brosnan.
He is good as Dr. Fate.
He's gonna be Dr. Fate. I was super excited about that. When I saw that, I was like, "Yep."
Well, I don't mind the Hawkman one.
No,
To me, was it Tornado or whatever her name was? Because it was a redhead, and now it's not a redhead. Now they do that in every movie now.
Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about. Sure, but
it's the young lady that was in it with the green costume or whatever in the trailer.
I
forget her stupid name.
I can't remember. But when I saw Pierce Brosnan with the Dr. Fate helmet, I was like, "Yes, onks everywhere."
And my other thing is that they really made him way too sympathetic. It doesn't make any sense.
Who, Black Adam?
Yes.
Well, they couldn't just make him super vindictive and evil.
Well, they gave him that power, and then he was super vindictive and evil.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I like their whole thing. Superheroes don't kill. I do. He just kills a guy immediately. I think it'll be good.
It might be.
No.
Because the Hawkman thing doesn't bother me because he can look like anything he wants.
Yeah, he just gets
reincarnated
all the time. Yeah, so he can be anything.
That doesn't baffle me at all. I wonder if the Atom Smashers.
Oh, I saw he was in that Atom Smasher.
Well, it's all the Justice Society of America guys.
That's
they
true.
Should do it. I hope they have Wildcat. That'd be awesome.
Oh my god,
he's so old school and weird.
I'd give anything for Wildcat, and I want it to be an older guy too.
And they should have the weird Green Lantern where he's hurt by wood.
Yeah, he can't withstand wood for some reason. It's weird, and his powers are based off magic instead of like the emotional spectrum.
Yeah, it's
because they did that with the one comic books. They went to him for help, and he's like, I can't do anything with you guys. I'm not powered by willpower like you guys are. I'm powered by magic, which makes way more sense than willpower. Oh.
Although the wood thing was funny in one comic where he's from Gotham, and one time he was fighting some guy on the roof, and a guy hit him in the head with a bat.
Yeah, because remember we were talking about running
his shield didn't work.
Yeah, because I remember talking to you. This was years ago when we were younger. When I talked to you about we were going to do a DC role playing game. Mm-hmm. And and you were like going to do something with that Green Lantern. And I was like, well, I want to be a dude that's dressed up in a banana costume with a wooden bat that's painted yellow, so I have all my bases covered.
I'll just pull a gun. Anyway,
right? So
anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
we always go on tangents. So
yes, we do.
We go somewhere else.
She knows. I'm her father. She's seen it. She knows. She does too. She does too.
Wait, what?
Tangents means you just start rambling and talking about nonsense.
She lives this life.
Yeah, she lives the life. She does it too. She'd be like, and Dad, like, they're the super guy, and I want food. Don't. You do it, so don't lie. Because I do it.
Yeah, like, as if.
Right? I was also thinking of yesterday, like, if I was a bunny, I would be like, derp.
You got me there.
That was a perfect example. We have no idea what you're talking about.
That was the conversation in the dining room.
I thought that was the living room.
No, we were in the dining room. You were in the living room.
Oh.
That was the one where you yelled at them to be quiet.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
So I guess this is almost over.
Almost.
Because we're talking about stuff that's nothing.
Are you going to call Gregory and then inform him of your decision made that?
Yeah, we'll call him later off show. It's too hard to do on show. The mic clip's too hard on phone.
You have to do the list, and she has to point.
Yep. But to help make Uncle Greg feel like he's here, you can use his catchphrase.
What, he has a catchphrase?
Yeah, the thing he says all the time. Me and Sheena make fun of him for it. What is it?
Someone involved in the
No, you've heard.
Da,
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
da, 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 da,
Yeah, that's what he does. You've sat here with him when he starts explaining stuff. You know, when she starts talking and da 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 da. Every time. Every time Greg doesn't want to go into details, he shorthands it. Oh, you know, they're doing this and da 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 da. Like, so it's his version of time skipping so he can shorten stories.
Instead of etc.
Yeah, etc. It's da 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 da.
So, yeah.
I want there to be. They're talking about doing some of the side heroes of stuff for DC, and that means that I'm that much closer to seeing the Question.
Because the reason why they changed the one character in the Black Adam movie is because the original she's the granddaughter of one of the caretaker of the Justice Society house.
Uh-huh.
She's an old white lady, and her comic came out in the 30s, and she was like one of those mystery men, and she wore like a pot on her head and beat people up with a bat. So that's why that got changed, I guess.
Yeah,
you don't see white people in ghettos very much anymore. I guess I don't know.
We'll spend the last 5 minutes because that's about what it's worth.
So
is Obi-Wan. We just got done with episode 3.
I heard it.
Oh, it's.
Are you having a bowel movement right now?
It is. The woman that they got to play the Inquisitor, the black chick, she is not a good actress. She's least.
She's like wooden, kind of like Ben Affleck.
No, she's not. No, she's not wooden. She's just. All right. You know how Bruce Campbell overacts
on purpose?
On purpose.
Yeah.
She does it in the opposite way. Instead of being like slapstick and silly, she overacts into over serious. Like the one thing is like Obi-Wan was like hiding from her because they were trying to escape, and she finds him and she goes, "Oh!" And then it was like straight out of was that the Warriors where he's clinking the bottles. She goes, "Obi-Wan, I can feel your fear." And she's like hitting things with her lightsaber every so often. It was so bad.
And I highly doubt you could feel his fear because he's Obi-Wan. He's not afraid of anything.
Well, he's supposed to have all kinds of traumatics from,
whatever.
You know, taking the high ground.
Like he's like the stealthiest guy in the universe.
Yeah, so it still doesn't make sense.
He's like snuck into like headquarters.
They got James Earl Jones though back to do Vader.
Well,
and
he can't be doing it for much longer.
Right. And we got some scenes with Vader that were really good, where they had him do some lightsaber fighting, where he looks like he's still new to his robot suit, so he's like doing the clunky robot arms and just trying to overpower Obi-Wan every 5 seconds with just.
He fought Obi-Wan again.
Yeah, where Obi-Wan's all like retired and not.
Yeah, I know.
And not trying to be a Jedi. He's out of practice and everything. Like Darth Vader's just beating on him.
Is this like right after the? It's right after.
Yes, this is like right after, like 7 years after.
That's not even right after, but
that's close enough.
No, that's whatever.
I think they said 6 years or something. Okay. I don't remember.
That doesn't make much sense.
But then he set Obi-Wan on fire.
I wonder if this is before or after he fights Robot Darth Maul. Anyway.
This is definitely before Robot Darth Maul. Or Robot Darth Maul doesn't exist yet.
He should. He's amazing.
Yes, he is.
It's kind of weird.
So it's interesting.
But really bad acting from some people.
Just the one. She ruins
it.
Yeah, she sucks the show down.
I do like I saw the one clip with Owen where he goes, we have to train him. He goes, no, you're not. You're not doing anything. Obi-Wan, go away. Obi-Wan, go away. We don't need you here.
And apparently, Maven Grace has a message for us for the end of the show.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Make sure to like and subscribe Alpha Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yep.
Yay.
Goodbye.
Yay. Have a good night.
Bye.